Hi, this is Josh from the R&D department at Hyperlite Mountain Gear, and this is what I'll be taking on the CDT with me this summer. So this is all my gear laid out for the CDT with late April start this upcoming season. For a backpack, I'll be taking our Waypoint 35, has a single frame in it, hip belt pockets, big side pockets, and shoulder strap pockets. Really all the space that I feel like I need, plus enough accessibility that I won't be hindered in my hiking. So for my sleep system, I'm gonna be using the Hyperlite Mountain Gear 20-degree quilt, 1,000 fill power down, roomy fit, very, very warm for its weight. I've used this for a while now. On top of that, or underneath that, I will have my Neo Air X-Lite. This is a regular wide because the regular wide is better than the regular. The new one is a lot quieter, which is great, seemingly more durable, and I think it's actually a little warmer. And then I'm also gonna have my pump sack to fill that because getting lightheaded is not fun. And then to top it off, I will have my Sea to Summit Eros Premium Pillow. I've had a couple of these over the years and they've been great. To store all that, I actually use just a compactor bag, super easy to just jam everything in there. Moving on from the sleep system, we'll go to my layering system. Gonna carry 2 extra pairs of socks. These are my sleep socks, so the Darn Tough boot socks, and then my extra pair of hiking socks. For insulating layers, I have my Montbell X-Lite Down Anorak. I've used this thing for several years now. I really like it. For leggings / like additional leg insulation, I have these Alpha 120 pants that people refer to as Shrek pants. They are not, what's the word I'm thinking of? They're not from the movie. They're not flattering whatsoever, but they work. Layer them with my rain pants and they are great active insulation and also just static insulation. For an active insulation layer, I have the North Face Summit Series hoodie. This thing's been awesome. It doesn't look like a ratty fleece, and it's actually very warm, very breathable. Layer it with a rain jacket and, I'm warm for almost any condition while hiking. Speaking of rain jacket, I have the Yamatomichi all-weather hoodie. This thing's been great, very, very, very well loved, and it is nearing the end of its life, but yeah, great jacket. For hand warmth, I have a pair of Montbell merino gloves, just little liners, they're about an ounce. And then I also have the old REI Gore-Tex mitts. These are great for cold rain. Layer them with the mitts, or the gloves rather, and shouldn't have any cold hand issues as long as I'm moving. Yeah, that is all of the clothing. So when on the CDT, I'm definitely expecting to encounter a variety of temperatures and conditions. Obviously the desert will be very, very hot during the day. And then in the San Juans or the mountains, maybe even late season in Montana, it'll get cold. Moving on to my kitchen system / water filtration. I'll have all my food in our 15-liter food bag. This will hold up to, in my experience, 6 to 7 days of food, including my pot. I have a Evernew Solo no handle pot. It weighs like 2.7 ounces, so it's stupid light. I'm gonna have my Sea to Summit titanium spoon. For a stove, I have my trusty and hopefully still reliable BRS 3000T. And then of course, just a fuel can. Always will have a lighter on me. And then as far as water filtration goes, I know that some of the sources can be, cow water, stuff like that. So I'll have both my Be-Free filter and Aquamira, just if I encounter anything super crazy. Also gonna be carrying a little thing of Dr. Bronner soap just for, washing my hands. And then I have 2 liters or two 2-liter Evernew flat bladders. That pretty much puts my total at just about 6 liters with my Snow Peak titanium water bottle. Moving away from the smart water bottle for this one, just to see how it goes. I can cook or boil water and put it in here. For sleeping, for my coffee, we're gonna see how it goes. That's pretty much my kitchen setup. I also have a small little repair kit, the Westcott titanium scissors, Luco tape, latex glove, some sunscreen. So for electronics, I have the iPhone mini, lightest iPhone that you used to be able to get, can't anymore of course. Nightcore 10K, ultralight battery bank, 5 ounces, 5.5 ounces, super reliable. Nightcore headlamp, I don't know what this new one weighs, probably 1.5 ounces. I know they're a little heavier than the OG, you know, shot cord jerry rig thing you could do. And then I'll of course have my inReach too, just in case things go south, or if I want to check weather while I don't have service, you know, about to go over a pass, just to double check and make sure things are looking good. All of that will be stored in my little zippy pouch. I have a variety of cables, wired headphones, but that's my electronics. And then I have my shit kit. That's all stored in a Hyperbole Mountain Gear stuff sack. Finally, I have the mid 110. It does pack smaller than this. I just like to pack it flat like this, so that way it fits on the top of my backpack well. Great single wall shelter, will be great for bugs, and honestly, it's light enough that it doesn't matter for the desert. I can just keep it open if I wanted to. But yeah, pretty storm resistant, which is great, because it will be windy. And then I will use my Locust Gear CP3 trekking pole to pitch that. And then for my stakes, I just have 6 of the Groundhog minis. That's pretty much everything that I'm carrying outside of like breaking down food. But that's the kit for the CDT. So for some of the items that I've shown to you today, like the quilt, the backpack, even the sleeping pad, those are all available at hyperlatemountaingear.com. Check them out, and we'll see you on trail.